Hi everybody, welcome back. You know what? I grabbed this next one and then remembered, you know what? I actually have a fifth one I want to review, and it's related to this one and the next one. But I'm going to do these two first and then talk about the other one in a third video. So, anyway, both this movie and the subsequent series that I'm going to talk about here in a little bit were both played on TV. I know I've talked about Christina Ricci before because I know I've done Mermaids, I've done Addams Family, and she's in all three of those movies. You know, the 1990s Addams Family and Addams Family Values. I know I talked about those two in one video. And then I also talked about Mermaids earlier in this channel. But this one is Lizzie Borden Took an Axe. This is obviously about Lizzie Borden. And the murder of her parents back in 1892. So they've been gone for a minute now, but anyway, this is actually a pretty good movie. Christina Ricci is very talented, and I have to give her credit for that. It's got her, and then Clay Duvall, Greg Henry, Stephen McHattie, Sean Doyle, Sarah Botsford, Hannah Anderson, Andrea Runge, and Billy Campbell in the movie. Clay Duvall plays Emma in this movie, and she does a pretty good job too. And then Billy Campbell plays Andrew Jennings, the lawyer. So it's just, I do highly recommend watching this. But it is violent. I would not recommend little kids watching this because it'd probably give them nightmares. And this is like a PG-13. This is a PG-13 according to this. It's violence and horror. It also shows pigeons being killed at one point in the show. So like I wouldn't let little kids watch this. I really wouldn't, and I wouldn't let them watch the show that came out of this, which I'll talk about in the next video. Just because, I don't want to, it makes more sense to talk about that separately. But anyway, I was reading where, on Wikipedia today, as a matter of fact, that, I forget who said it, but there's somebody wrote a book, I think in the 1960s, that said that that Lizzie Borden might have gone into what's called a fugue state, and killed her dad. There's people believe that, well, everybody assumed that she was guilty, and even my mom and I were talking about Lizzie last couple of days, because I was telling my mom I was watching this movie and the series, and Mom was like, somebody was talking on TV recently about Lizzie Borden and the fact that they think that she basically snapped and killed her parents. I know that in the TV show Supernatural, with the Winchester brothers, I don't think I mentioned this in the review of the TV show Supernatural, but they actually go to the Lizzie Borden house at one point in the show, because there was like murders that happened on the show that they were trying to investigate, and they're like, oh, Lizzie Borden did it, blah blah blah, and it's just like, and it ended up not being her ghost or whatever. Just as a side note. I also read this recently, and they mention it a lot, especially towards the end of this movie, where they go, Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks, and when she saw what she had done, She gave her father 41. There's actually a second verse to that, and it's Andrew Borden is in heaven, will sing in heaven, and Lizzie Borden is gonna swing or something like that. It was, if you want to see what the actual second verse said, it's on the Wikipedia page about her. Like, you'll have to scroll way down. It's like way down the page and stuff. But yeah, it is odd. I was looking at that today, and I told Mom, I said, it's weird. But like, people think, and there's like another movie that has Kristen Stewart in it, about Lizzie Borden, where they act like Lizzie and the maid Bridget Sullivan were lovers or something. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet, but I do really recommend watching. Lizzie Borden took an axe with Christina Ricci in it. She does, like I said, she did a really good job in the movie. And of course, it's like watching Titanic with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. You know how it's going to end. But that's the only thing I gotta say about it, though. What other than that? Oh, well, anyway, I'm going to pause here because I've got two more I've got to talk about, and I'll be right back, okay? Hang on.